What is up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing here a combo demonstration of Sacred Beast. This is a very interesting video because of the fact that this is going to be more so for the competitive build, but you could also incorporate these combos into a more budget build if you actually manage to build such a budget variant of it. But let's just not waste any more time, let's just begin. Alright, so for the first combo we have these dynamic duos. We have here the Dark Beckoning Beast and the Dark Summoning Beast as well. We essentially want to begin by summoning out the Dark Beckoning Beast. This will allow us to actually add your opening of the Spirit Gates, in which you activate that immediately, allowing you to then search for your Chaos Summoning Beast. Next, of course, you want to tribute off your Dark Beckoning Beast, and this will allow you to special or normal summon out your Dark Summoning Beast by tribute summon, and from that you could essentially tribute this off and allow yourself to search for summon out one of your Sacred Beast cards. So in this case you're going to look and you're going to try and see which one you actually want to go for. In this particular case I will be going for my Raviel. And then from there, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use Opening of the Spirit Gates, and this will allow us to actually discard one card and special summon something with 0 attack or defense. Now any of these options could actually be a viability here, but we're going to bring out the Chaos Summoning Beast back out onto the field again. Next, you want to banish off your Dark Summoning Beast, and this will allow you to add one of your Sacred Beasts from your deck to your hand. In this particular circumstance, you actually want to add the Hamon, and then from that, what you essentially want to do is you could then tribute off your, this particular card here, and then you bring out your Hamon from your hand, which is definitely very nice. Of course, you want to bring it out in defense because Hamon's effect works best in defense position. You can then banish off your Chaos Summoning Beast. This will allow you to obviously add your Fallen Paradise from your deck to your hand. And then from there you could essentially just use Fallen Paradise's effect, allowing you to draw 2 additional cards because you have a Sacred Beast monster out on the field. So it's definitely a very nice combo because you essentially start off with just 2 cards and you manage to get 4 additional cards out of it. And with that being said, 2 of them happen to be 4K beat sticks. You have one of them that actually protects those 2, you have another one that can pretty much just generate more plays later on, and of course you have 2 additional cards which could be anything in your deck as well. And as long as you build a deck that is somewhat consistent and actually synergizes very well, then you should have no issues whatsoever. But it's a very simple combo and it is definitely very effective as well. Alright, so the next combo we have here is a 3-card combo. We're firstly going to normal summon out the Dark Beckoning Beast, allowing us to then add the Awakening to the hand. We could then also activate the Opening of the Spirit Gates. This will allow us to then add our Dark Summoning Beast to our hand. From that, we could then use Dark Beckoning Beast, tribute that off, allowing us to then special summon or normal summon out the Dark Summoning Beast. We could then get rid of this, pretty much tribute this away, and this will allow us to then special summon out our Hamon from our deck. From that, we could then use Opening of the Spirit Gates effect, allowing us to then get rid of the Chaos Summoning Beast and then bring it back out once more again. So in this particular case, you're going to then banish off your Dark Summoning Beast. This will allow us to add your Raviel from your deck to your hand. You could then tribute off your Chaos Summoning Beast, allowing you to go for your Raviel. From that, you could also just banish off your Chaos Summoning Beast. This will allow you to add your Fallen Paradise. You could then activate Fallen Paradise, protecting both Raviel and your Hamon. But now you could also just set down your Awakening of the Sacred Beasts, and when you activate it on the following turn, you basically can negate anything on the board, plus you have the protection of Fallen Paradise and 2 4K beat sticks. It's a bit of an extended combo from the previous one, but in this particular case you are gaining a lot of additional extras such as the Awakening of the Sacred Beast, which is definitely a very fantastic card, and since we're playing 3 copies in a deck, it shouldn't be a problem for us to actually get it. Even for a 3-card combo, which might seem excessive to you guys, I do believe that this is something that is very efficient and it is definitely quite an effective combo. Alright, so here's our next combo. I think a lot of you guys are actually excited about this one because I've been hyping up the Chaos Core quite a lot now. But essentially you're going to normal summon out your Dark Beckoning Beast. This will allow you to add your Opening of the Spirit Gates. You're going to activate this, allowing you to add your Chaos Summoning Beast. You're going to normal summon out the Chaos Summoning Beast first, and this will essentially give you 2 monsters on the board. You will link away your Chaos Summoning Beast, move a bit of space over here, allowing us to then bring out our Almirage. From that, we could then use Opening of the Spirit Gates to discard our Chaos Core and special summon itself back out onto the field. Almirage's effect allows us to then target one of our monsters, and it pretty much just can't be destroyed by card effects. So you're going to target out the Chaos Core in this particular case. Put it in defense, by the way. You're going to target this. Chaos Core, when it's targeted, allows you to send any of your 3 cards, your Sacred Beast that is, 1 of each, to the graveyard. So we're going to send all 3 of our Sacred Beasts to the graveyard over here. From that, we're going to take the Dark Beckoning Beast and we're going to take the Almirage, and this will essentially allow us to link into our Verte Anaconda. Verte Anaconda allows you to then pay 2,000 life points, of course, and this allows you to send your Dimension Fusion Destruction to the graveyard, and the effect goes off, allowing you to essentially bring out your Armatile, the Chaos Phantom. Very nice, because if you are actually going second in this particular circumstance, then your Armatile attacks for 10,000 attack. Absolutely amazing. And don't forget, you have Verte Anaconda and you have Chaos Core here. These 2 can further link into something else if you wanted to, and this was a 2-card combo, meaning the other 3 cards in your hand could be further extenders to go with these to go into further link climbing if you actually wanted to. But going for the Armatile right off the bat with 10k attack, I mean, it's pretty much game over there. Alright, so here's another combo. It's a 2-card combo involving the same cards, but it is a bit of a different variation because depending on how you actually play out the combo, it does change everything about the actual deck itself. So we're going to normal summon out the Dark Beckoning Beast. This will allow us to then add our Opening of the Spirit Gates. We're going to activate it, allowing us to then add our Cerulean Skyfire to our hand. We could then normal summon out or tribute summon the Dark Summoning Beast by sending this to the graveyard and summoning this out. We'll then tribute off this particular card here and allow us to then special summon out Hamon in defense. You could also go into attack as well, it just depends on what you want to do here, but we could put it in attack because when we activate Cerulean Skyfire, we essentially get here 3 negates, so it's focusing more so on Hamon, and it's a bit more of a restrictive kind of combo, but regardless, you're producing something that is definitely still very worthwhile for just 2 cards here. So definitely very nice, and depending on what you have in your hand, of course you could always just extend if you possibly can. Alright, so all of these hands have been utilizing your Dark Beckoning Beast a lot, and because of that, it's such a dependent card, sure, but sometimes you might get a bad hand and you might not actually draw into this card. There's a possibility. So with that being said, how do we work around that? Well, the simple case is we could just go into any of these cards. Let's assume this particular hand. We normal summon out the Chaos Summoning Beast, tribute it off, allowing us to then summon out your Uriah, which is quite possibly your worst case scenario in terms of a Sacred Beast. This is under the assumption that you have a very poor hand actually, because even if you had Hamon or even if you had Raviel, at best you have a 4k beat stick, which is fine and all, but you want to go beyond that, right? So add in an Exodius and you could return this back into the deck, and you could essentially just summon this back out here. You're going to overlay these 2, and the simple fact is you could just go for whatever you want. You could actually just go for the Spider Engine right here and just go for some attack and different effects, or you could go for your Gustav Max, detach, burn for 2000, and then go in again into a Libe and just do your thing. It's definitely very amazing, it's definitely very fun to actually do this, and it's able to allow us to utilize even the worst case scenario and make it into the best case scenario for us. Alright, so next here we have our 3-card combo. So we have Dark Beckoning Beast, we're going to normal summon that, allowing us to add our Opening of the Spirit Gates. We'll activate that, allowing us to add our Shimmering Scraper. From that we allowed a second normal summon, so we're going to bring out the Chaos Summoning Beast, and we're essentially going to link both of these cards away immediately. Move them aside, and we're going to go for our Pentestag right here, so hopefully you guys can see that. From that we're going to use Opening of the Spirit Gates and discard the Dark Summoning Beast, so that would actually allow us to then bring back our Chaos Summoning Beast. So from that we could then use our Dark Summoning Beast, banish that off, allowing us to then search for our Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, add it to the hand, the regular one, tribute off the Chaos Summoning Beast, allowing us to then go for our Raviel out onto the field here, just right underneath the Pentestag's link markers. And from there you could also just banish off your Chaos Summoning Beast. This will allow you to go for your Fallen Paradise, activate it, you can draw 2 cards, but of course you also have to consider that you're also protecting your Raviel as well. You could then discard your Raviel Lord of Phantasms Shimmering Scraper to the graveyard. This will allow your Raviel to not only gain attack for double the amount that it currently is at, but you're also able to attack every single one of your opponent's monsters as well. Now because Pentestag is out on the field, any of your attacks pretty much deals piercing damage. So even if your opponent has defense monsters on the field, you're going to do piercing with 8,000 damage on all of their monsters, plus you're protected as well. This is absolutely amazing, and it is essentially just an OTK that, oddly enough, because we're using the Dark Summoning Beast, you would actually think that no, we can't do anything, but we can because we didn't use the first effect, we used the second effect. However, with that being said, these were essentially the combos that I actually had for this particular deck. If you guys know of any other combos whatsoever, feel free to share it, because this deck has quite a lot of basic capabilities here with these combos. They're basically just things that you should already figure out, things you should already know from the really beginning, but of course these are obviously really great extenders for you to just learn about, and it just opens up so many different interactions, so much different dynamics with this deck itself. So if you actually memorize all of these combos, then whatever hand, whatever you draw into, you should be able to pull off something pretty amazing here. But of course, if you enjoyed this video, definitely drop a like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time.